Good afternoon. Welcome to Bloomington Ice Gardens, Rink 1. This is Brad, waiting for Art. I will fill in for a moment. We're in warm-ups. Your Hornets are out here, getting ready to take on the River something Foxes, but don't quote me on that. They're from Appleton, Wisconsin. Sure. I don't. Championship game here at the Bloomington Winter Warm-Up. So far, the Hornets have conceded one goal in pool play, going 3-0. I believe the opponent had one win in pool play, maybe two, but they were all close games, one-goal games and ties. First time in the tournament, we have music playing here at Bloomington Ice Garden. Rink 1, beautiful remodel here. Rink 2, I will refrain from any commentary, but Rink 1 is very nice. We are playing a team from Appleton, Wisconsin, but I couldn't figure out what their name was, so we're going to go with Madison Dragons.
It's the Freeze.
The Freeze. Well, the scoreboard might say Madison Dragons. There we go. I'm joined here by Art. I'm gonna hand the mic to Art, so you don't have to listen to me any longer. But yeah, that's fine too.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
You do all the electronic.
Okay, so the Fox River Freeze, listed on our scoreboard as the Madison Dragons. Look like they've got a relatively short bench. I always like to try to keep track of players. They got two sets of D. They've got not quite three lines on forward. That's all right. They hail from the Fox River Valley in Madison, or north of Madison. The officials making sure the doors are closed. We got 15 minutes on the clock. Ballard, Craigness, and Witherspoon on the front side. Sweetser back to Levy. Levy works it over to Sweetser. Sweetser tries to work it up to Ballard. They get a stick on that. So I think the Fox River team is probably a team that is more like AAA, like a summer hockey team. I don't know that for certain. Here comes Craigness, zips around. because I bet they're a combination of a variety of places together, Appleton, Oshkosh, etc. If you know the geography up in um, north central Wisconsin, the Fox River Valley is an area that's often referred to together. It's a variety of cities. So here we go. Levy out at the point. Senses little room. Fires. Just misses to the right. Here we go. Ballard back out to the point. Craigness and Ballard head to the bench for a change. One of our D is also gone. Fox River tries to take advantage of that. Mal's on the ice now. Mal, Nedry. Fox River, that might be icing. No icing. All right. Chapman goes back there to clean that up. Fox River gets a little opportunity. There's Mal. Mal's got Boylan in tow. It's a 2-on-1. Here we go. Over to Boylan. Boylan shoots, fires. Let's go. 1 minute and 19 seconds into this contest. 1-0. Nice 2-on-1. Basically textbook. Looked like Nora beat her just below the glove. That can be a high value target if you are a sniper trying to catch those opportunities either right below the blocker or right below the glove. And she fired it right there. Nice pass by Mal. Nice setup coming out of our zone. A 2-on-1, basically textbook. Here comes Matt. Here comes Fox River back. Another 2-on-1. Fire. Nothing. Because RD got back there and helped out. That one gets fired towards the center of the net. It looks like the Fox River is going to fight us on this, not just hand us the trophy here. Here we go. Nedry up. Mal in on time. Nice quick shift. Sweets are back again. Helferich is out. Quick shift, I say, because our forwards are making a change at just the right time. Sweetser in the far corner. Cohen pulls that off the pile. Cohen works it around one side to the next. Here comes Newcomb. Newcomb's got space. Tries to dangle through. Unfortunately, they get a little skid on it. Cohen comes over to retrieve. Sweetser. Back to Helferich. Helferich, long stretch pass. Beauty. Through a lot of traffic, but came through. Cohen on that far side gets tangled up. Fox River comes up with that. Fox River is coming back. Coming back from left to right in front of you. Fire. Lex tosses that aside. No problem. Helferich in front. She's got room. Let's go. Helferich with speed. Our forwards are making another change. Helferich sees Witherspoon coming behind her. Witherspoon dangles around. Looks for an opportunity. Set up Craigness on the... Woo! Nice look. Craigness, the goalie just barely got her blocker on that. Nice one-timer, Craigness. Nice pass, Olive. Craigness dangles around everybody. Feeds the front. Goalie jumps on that one. These Fox River girls are throwing punches. You know, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. I don't think they were actually throwing punches, but their hands were up a little. Okay, you got Craigness, you got Witherspoon and Ballard, Chapman and Levy on the backside. They're tangling at the draw. Fox River tries to come up with that. They got a 2v2 coming down on Lex. Lex knocks that aside easily. Levy chips it up. Witherspoon. Now we got a 3-2 coming back. Some fast-paced hockey here. Witherspoon up to Craigness. Clean zone entry there. Craigness tries to load up Ballard. Somebody gets a stick on it. Craigness in the lower right-hand corner. Craigness trying to battle for that puck. Fox River holding her up. Ballard jumps into the play. Ballard sets up. Witherspoon in the slot. Unfortunately, they were there to help defend. Chapman flinged it back into the corner for us. Here we go. Ballard. Immediately before this game, I watched the Edina 15UB team win a championship in a close game. At one point, they were down 5-on-3 with about 2 minutes left. They fought off the penalties and won the championship. So hopefully we don't have as much excitement in this game, but hopefully we also win a championship. It looks like Fox River has completed a change. Nice vision by Chapman there, hooking up Craigness. Craigness up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon fighting. Oh, just barely saved. Goalie got a little stick on that. Here comes Mal. Nedry. Olive defending. Slows the girl up before she heads to the bench. Fox River there. Interfered with by Helferich. Helferich creates some trouble. Blue works it back over to Helferich in the near side corner. Helferich looking for an opportunity. Ooh, long shot. That one careens off the boards. Just a little chip. Boylan tries to chip it to herself. Nice stick by the Fox River player. She just barely got a hand on that and chipped it out. They're pretty good at pinching at the. There we go, off the boards. Nice play. Boylan along the far side. Angles in. Fires. Nedry's there for the rebound. That puck's still loose. Almost in. All right, here we go. Sweetser, Levy on the backside. Boylan and Nedry and Mal probably have just a few ticks left on their my puppy point tracker. They're not too over. Nedry on the drop. Fox River wins it back. Still a 1-0 game here. About 5 minutes into this contest. Nedry comes back. Great job. The center is supposed to help out their D, and that's exactly what she's doing. Levy works it up the sideboards. Mal plucks it off of there. Good. Up to Mal again. Mal chips it forward again. We got another 2-on-1 coming. Boylan, go to that net, kid. Ooh. Rings all the way around. That one just barely squeaks out. Sweetser thought about firing it back in and realized that thing just snuck out. Souter's now on the ice. You got Souter. That means Nedry's completed a change. We got Mal out at the red line. The rest of our forwards go for a change. Good execution on the change. Mal got it very deep, and then that gives our forwards an opportunity to go to the bench and switch out. Cohen with a lot of speed. Working around, dangling, works it out to the point. Lou over to Chapman. Chapman fires. Goalie knocks that one aside. Zinging around the corner. Lou's up there. Lou fights it back down. Cohen chips it onto the corner to Newcomb. Out to Cohen. Cohen fires. Good save, goalie. Strong goalie here. I think that we're going to be anticipating some good goalie play. I'm going to pull our camera just a little bit forward because I'm going to lean on the counter here. There we go. Hopefully I don't end up in the shot. Nice shot. Out to Helferich at the point. Helferich works it back down to Souter. Souter in the corner. Comes on out. Ella sees cross ice. I could hear Sweetser calling for it. Great job calling for it. Goalie sucks that one up again. Our forwards were right on top of it. Looks like they're going for a change, and we're going to end up with Craigness, Witherspoon, Ballard out there again. These three just had a great shift a few moments ago. I feel like they're due for a goal here in this game. All right, here we go. Fox River comes back. Good back check by the Hornets there. Witherspoon chases up the side. Chips that one out. That one unfortunately goes all the way down. That's going to be an icing on the Hornets. Defensive zone face-off coming up. All right, a little chip out of our zone. Unfortunately, Fox River gets a hold of that. Gets ringed around behind our net. Good job, Craigness, trying to chip that out. Back down to Witherspoon. Witherspoon chips that one out of zone. Good job. Both Ballard and Craigness were right on top of that defender. Gets flung in far, deep into the far zone. There's Craigness and Witherspoon. Ooh! Good D by that Fox River player, whoever she was. She got a stick just barely on that. Witherspoon decides to zing it back into the zone. Craigness gives chase. Unfortunately, they just chip it out. A 1v1 foot race here. Chapman back to gather that one. Works her way around the net. There's Witherspoon. Gets a hold of that one. Chips it up to Craigness. Craigness sees Witherspoon in the slot. Fox River comes up with that one. Mal's now out on the ice. Fox River looks like they are confused about what's happening. Big pile up in front of the net. Whistle gets blown. Oh, because the net's off. Net's off. We got a 1-0 contest here. 6 minutes and 39 seconds remain in the first period. We complete the remainder of our change. You've got Lou and Helferich on the backside, Boylan, Nedry, and Mal on the front side. Here's the draw. Over to Boylan. Boylan works it out to the point. Lou works it back down low. Boylan's there battling. Big body on her. Number 12 for the Fox River team is not a small kid. Nedry's there. Works it out to Helferich again. Helferich fires. Woo, that goalie just barely got a piece of that. Here comes Mal trying to dangle around. Oh, Fox River comes up that one. They just throw it out of the zone. Helferich is back to clean that thing up. Helferich zings it around the boards to Mallory. Mallory keeps her momentum going. Helferich works it up to Boylan. Boylan tries to chip it up. Perfect pass off the boards to Nedry. Nedry and Mal's got a 2-on-1. Ooh, Nedry fired that one. Mal was almost there for the rebound. Again, Fox River just chips that out, trying to stay in this game by stay relevant if you can, but just keep icing it. Now that's an icing.
My son's Rosa jersey. That's good.
I'm going to sit down here. Okay, we've got Sauter, Newcomb, Cohen line out there. You've got Levy and Sweetser on the defense. Gets worked out. Here we go. Ella gives chase. She might get to that before it's an icing. That got waved off. That's great. Out to the point there. Sweetser keeps it in. Flings it all the way back down low. Cohen makes sure that we get possession of that one. Oh! Then we work it back out. Just barely keep that in. Levy's fighting along the blue line. Levy keeps that thing in. Battle amongst lots of us. Here we go. Cohen with 5-on-1 tries to dangle through one. They got in their way on that one. Newcomb chips it down to Cohen. Cohen gathers. Tries to work behind the net. Fights off some stick work. The player was trying to keep up, just couldn't. Eventually, both of them ended up in a pile. Newcomb behind the net to Ella. Ella tries to get it in front. Here we go. It's the top of the circle, near side. Newcomb out to Levy. Levy works it down. Cohen's there in the far corner. There's a penalty coming, mostly because it was noisy. Body contact. There was some noise made on that one, which I think resulted in a penalty call on number 33 for the Fox River Freeze. Yeah, it looks like it was body check is the call. On our power play here, throughout this season, we've just been running the same lines, which I support, frankly, because so often we've got a good lead going. Levy out at the point, tries to chip it down to Cragnis. Cragnis back up to Levy. Levy working out at the point. Thinks about it, moves it over to Cragnis. Cragnis takes a look at our options. Vision on the ice is incredible. Cragnis zips towards the net. Witherspoon works it out to Sweetser. Sweetser over to Levy. Let's get a shot. 25 ticks off of the penalty kill so far. Helferich jumps out on the ice for Sweetser. Keep the same set of forwards up there. You got Ballard, Witherspoon, Cragnis on the draw. Wins that one back. Bouncy, but then it ends up on Olive's stick. Olive working around, thinking about setting things up. Fires it towards the goalie. That one's going to be an icing. It might not make it all the way there. That's an icing. Yep, it did make it all the way there. We'll have another offensive zone face-off for our Edina Hornets. I think we've got some parents running the music. They clearly grew up in the 1980s and 1990s. I mean, I appreciate it, even if it's a little tired. Nedry, Boylan, and Mal out there with Helferich and Lou on the backside. Nedry tries to win that one back. Oh, just barely missed it. Fox River player comes up with that one, skates it all the way down. She's in their offensive zone for a moment here with a minute or so left on the penalty. Hopefully we can get possession. Once we get possession, let's just hit the gas and get out of here. Go establish that zone presence. Mallory sees the lane over here on the right side. Right in front of us, left side. Keeps working. Works in. Leaves it for Nedry. Nedry out to Lou. Lou grabs it off the sideboards. Chips it toward the net. Mal is there. Mal's got it again. She tries to work it over to Nedry. Nedry in her feet, unfortunately. Here we go, getting out of the zone. Good stick by Amy, knocking that thing aside. 28 seconds remain in this power play opportunity. The shots so far today are 13-2. Now, yeah, the Fox River players are starting to get a little bit out of position. There we go. Helferich sees Mal scooting up the far side. Mal gets it down low. Boylan gives chase. The rest of the forwards should go for a change. Oh. Oh, almost in there. Helferich fired. Boylan knocked it down with her stick. Landed right on Ella's stick in front of the net. I think she was on her backhand and tried to shovel it in. The goalie made a nice save. That is 14-2 shots. Sauter on the draw. Chapman up at the point. Battles. Tries to keep that thing in. Looks like that's going to be an icing. Another offensive zone faceoff for us. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left in this first period. The shots currently read 14-2. The Fox River Freeze here is trying to keep our Yoridina Hornets from having their second championship in 8 days. Cohen out of the point, fires. Ooh! Nice shot. Impressive work by the goalie there, because I thought she didn't have a view of that. We're battling down in the corner. Cohen works it out to the point. Levy pulls it off the boards, fires. That one gets knocked around. I think it hit Ella halfway to the goal. Nobody knew where it was for a minute. And here's another icing by the Fox River Freeze. Looks like we got a change of the forwards. We've got the Bon Jovi Classic Runaway. I think their first hit ever in about 1983, playing through the loudspeakers at the Bloomington Ice Garden on a lovely Sunday morning. Helferich back on D. Fox River tries to create some trouble for her. She heads behind the net. Ooh, gets tied up. Big opportunity for Fox River. They fire. Nice save, Lex. That makes the shots 15-3. These games are so challenging for goalies, I think, because you spend most of the period not seeing many shots, and then all of a sudden somebody comes down and has a high-quality opportunity. You got to spring right into action and be as sharp as ever. Great job, Lex. Nedry on the draw. Back to Amy. Amy's fighting it out. Up the sideboards. Mal chips it towards the center. Mal and Boylan. Unfortunately, they got a stick on that. Nedry comes up with that, though. Nedry enters the zone. She's working around. Tries to get a shot. 2 shots. Almost in. Battle down below the goal line there. Good back check. I like seeing that. The girls, once they lost the opportunity to try to score, Mal up to Nedry. Nedry enters the zone. No, that is not off sides. That remained on the blue line. Sir? I think they called it offsides because they heard the auxiliary officials in the crowd, probably in from the Fox River Valley, who called it offsides. I don't think that was off. We've got a change of our forwards. Ella off the draw. Kind of wins that. Fox River comes up with it. Fox River achieves the red line, chips that one in. Levy runs back to collect that one. Levy working up the sideboards. Tries to chip it out. Newcomb is there. Newcomb tries to work that thing out. Long shot in. Weird carom. It's 1-0 with 50 seconds remaining. Let's see if we can't put another 1 or 2 in here. Not in the last 50 seconds, but I think that's a good goal for our team to get ahead in this game. We don't need a tight battle here. Levy on the far side rings it. Witherspoon can't quite grab that one, but Ballard's there to help out. Ballard, Craigness, Ballard. She gets tied up, and that's a big penalty coming. That probably should be something more than a minor. I think they. Let's see what they give her. Number 81. Okay. Boylan's down there. Boylan dangling around. I think she jumped out there. Craigness over to Souter. Souter, Craigness, Boylan. Levy out at the point. Leaves it for Craigness. Craigness works it around. Craigness. Zipping towards the net. Give and go. I love that play. Souter chips it towards the goalie. We got bodies flying. 13 seconds remaining. Sweetser and Levy out at the point. Ella wins that one back all the way to Levy. Levy, it's out at the point. We don't have much time left here. We got 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Good firing at it. Boylan gives chase to that one. Wins that one back. Oh, rings it around. Just out of time. Probably the right play if you have more ticks left on the clock. Pretty tough when there's just 1 second left. Number 81, I thought she was going to get a 5-minute. What we got to hope in this game is that we end up getting a goal or two here. So far, the shots are 20-5. It's championship Sunday for your Hornets. I think you could do it automatically. Like this all like sets up like a normal. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is still and then once you go once I go live on YouTube, it's live. This is but yeah, you can pretty much put it unplugged into here and plug this in here. But that's pretty much it. But if you pause this, do it live on YouTube. Yeah, when we get the nice play. Oh, I will. I know I'm totally fine. Good. I think I'm good. I mean, I would welcome another goal. Yeah. I was just telling Nedry, I'm out. I have to go to Tampa Tuesday morning, so he's going to get this all set up and that's great. Do everything. So I can go live from Florida on here. He just has to do all this. Awesome. Do we have Osseo Maple Grove on Tuesday? Here we go, right off the drop. Yes. Hornets win it back. Lou works it in. Cohen's there to help out. Oh, boy, let's try to get something going here, guys. I think it's important in a game like this to recognize that we are dominating the play. The scoreboard doesn't quite reflect it yet, but odds are if we're just patient and we keep cranking on this, the score is eventually going to turn in our favor. Fox River flips that into our zone. Moves along the near side. Chips up to Cohen. Cohen hits Souter in stride. 45 seconds left on this power play. Ooh, she just sailed it just a little bit over the upper left corner. Back out to Helferich. Helferich with that heavy shot. Fires. Goalie casts to the side. Newcomb behind the net here. Very patient. Cohen over to Souter. Good job setting up on the sideboards. Over to Amy. Amy thinks about it. Thinks better of it. Works it back down low. Newcomb lets it run by her. Cohen picks that up. Newcomb and Cohen working in the corner. Newcomb behind the net now. Over to Souter. Long shot from Helferich. There's a rebound there. Almost loose. Ooh, so close. Okay, the penalty is now expired. We got to watch somebody jumping out of the bench there. There we go. Good job. It's 5-on-5 hockey now. 13 minutes and 25 seconds left in this second period. Nearly a goal there. Great play coming out from behind the net. We got the auxiliary officials on the other side of the rink shouting for an interference call. I disagree. Helferich, long stretch pass up to Newcomb. Newcomb works into the zone. She gets it over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon fires. We call that a goal. There we go. Like I said, some patience and persistence. The officials are debating about this, I think. I think we've got the three officials in front of us saying, was that just off the post or did anyone see it hit net? The puck has to completely cross the goal line. And so if it did not completely cross the goal line, that will be a non-goal. Volume is being turned down as the folks in the penalty box are trying to figure out what the score ought to be. It was a longer discussion. Unfortunately, we don't have any video review. And by the way, our video, if we could back it up and double check it, they're calling it a no goal. I think our video would confirm that that was a goal. All right, in the positives, since I like to try to be your positive commentator, the positives is our team needs some adversity. We're gonna see how we deal with an unfair call here, which keeps the game at a 1-0 contest. 12 minutes and 59 seconds left. Let's see if our girls have got some grit and can overcome some adversity here. Levy keeps that one in. Just chips it in. That one barely gets out. Sweets are calmly back. Clean it up. Oh, interesting. It looks a lot like the Fox River is starting to almost play a defensive strategy, which is being much more careful about guarding their people. I watched number 15, Fox River, have eyes on Olive Witherspoon and Layden Cragnis throughout the entire shift there. That was a hand pass call. We're going to be out just outside of the zone here. Mallory, Nedry, Boylan out there. Boylan zips towards the net. Nedry behind it. Nedry down to Boylan. Boylan loads up Nedry again. Nedry fires, just missed. It was a great give and go out of the corner. Oh, little missed opportunity there. Now this gives Fox River an opportunity to come on back. Load somebody up in the slot. Nedry's there to help create some trouble. Boylan picks that one up. Works a long cross-ice pass over to Mallory. Mallory tries to chip that one forward. Fox River gets the stick on that. Chapman's back together. Lex knocks that aside, says, come on, guys. Let's do what we know what we can do here. Chapman in front. Nedry. Up to Boylan. Boylan's got an angle. Let's go, kid. Speed, kid. Over to Nedry. That's the goal. Excuse me. Over to Mal. That's a goal. She leaned on the body contact that was trying to knock her off her skates. Mal did exactly what I've been talking about the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks. Went to the net. They called it a goal. It is a goal. They're excited about the goal. And I'm so happy to see Mal go again to that far post. That's exactly what lots of our girls should be doing when they sense that one of their teammates has an opportunity. Get to the net. Here we go. Boylan kicks it. She's in the corner working, and Mal's helping her out. Mal works it out to Sweetser. Sweetser works it all the way back down to Boylan. Boylan senses some body contact coming. There it is again in the corner. Oh, Boylan tries to sell a penalty there. No penalty coming. That's an icing. Oh, no icing, I guess. Lex, what a great pass. Go. Oh, no, Mel decides to go for the change. I wish that we had seen a goalie assist there. Nothing better than a goalie assist. And I bet Lex has picked up a couple in her time. Souter enters the zone. Here we go. Dangles around everybody. There it is. Uh-oh. You challenge the Hornets and they come back fighting. Shots are now 25-6. You call off a goal, we'll start scoring goals. Nice job, Ella. Levy, Chapman on the backside, Cohen, Souter, and Newcomb on our forward end. Here we go again. Fox River, the wheels are coming up. Clean zone entry. Souter looks at it, fires. Oh! Almost the pass off the pad to Cohen. Great job by Ella, though. The smart decision there is to keep that shot low. Just to be clear, if you shoot it high over the glass, there's no possibility of a rebound. So keeping that shot relatively low gave an opportunity, if it doesn't go in, for Cohen to be there at the back door and have an easy chip in. Great decision making. Just shows high hockey IQ. Chapman, point, fires. Just misses on that one. They get a stick on it. We keep it in anyway. Newcomb works it back down low. Craigness is now out there. Craigness waiting for her line mates to join her. Dangles around everybody. Now she's got Witherspoon and Ballard out there. Loads up Ballard in the slot. Fire that thing, kid. That was still loose. Oh, I couldn't quite see it, but I think that the goalie got the first save and then it just dropped down right in front of her. Our D swap out. Our forwards are going to remain the same. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. The shots are now 27-6. Helferich, Lou on the backside. Craigness, Witherspoon, Ballard on the front. Ooh, come on, Bally. Fox River gets a breakout going here. Ballard with the extraordinary back check. Great back check. She literally hustled all the way back, pulled it right off the kid's stick. Witherspoon tries to break that one out. Lou ties somebody up in the corner. Good job. There we go. Pulling it out of the pile are the Hornets. You got all three forwards. All of Witherspoon trying to make some room for herself. I think we had one of our coaches call off. One of our parents, I mean. We're going to do another set of forwards changing out. We've now moved up to, I think, in mid-2000s in terms of the music. Ned ran the draw. See if we can win this one back. Fox River comes up with that one. That gets chipped up the sideboards. They're trying now to stretch things out. We need a strong back check here. Fox River loads that up. She got a shot. I think that it hit a stick on the way to the goal, and so it kind of just floated in there oddly. And Lex did a good job once it started knuckleballing, calmly catching it and gathering it, getting a whistle. I'm really impressed by goalies in this sport. I don't know how they keep track of things. Nedry on the draw. Lou, over to Helferich. Helferich tries to work it up to Boylan. Fox River. Great struggle for all of us. Boylan digs it out of the corner. Has a little bit of space. That's probably a hook happening. No hook given. Nedry works into the zone now. Nedry dangles around. Goalie makes a fantastic save. 30 shots on goal. Shots are now 30-7. 8:15 remaining in the second period. 3-0 Hornets lead. You got the Ella, Cohen, Newcomb line, Sweetser, and Levy. Oh, Fox River's trying to create an opportunity. Levy says you're not getting out of the zone on my watch. And then Ella's there to help out. Ella and Newcomb. Tessa Cohen gets dropped in the slot. We are continuing to battle. Sauter making some room for herself. I love it. Leaves it for Sweetser. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy walks in. Nice opportunity there. Oh, Cohen almost had that one. Great rebound. Our forwards were right at the net. I think they just barely got a stick on that. I think the net might be off. There is no music being played. Oh, here we go. Is this, we got the beat by the Go-Go's? It is. 7 minutes and 39 seconds left. We're back to the 1980s mix. Don't miss it, or don't begrudge it at all. All right. Sweetser out at the point, works it back down low. Newcomb loads up the slot. Can't quite see. Cohen digs that one off the pile, chips it towards the net. That makes it 4-0. Shots on goal, 32-7. Now, I think even in a championship game, we'll get the running time if it's 5-0. Oh, this isn't We Got the Beat. This is Our Lips Are Sealed. I think it's by the Go-Go's. Okay. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy sees the long stretch pass over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon, she's got help. Fires. Levy keeps that thing in. Cragness working around. Sees Witherspoon in the back door. Almost gets it in. Nice looking pass, Cragness. Cragness out at the blue line. She gets tangled up. Fox River's not. Big body on Levy. Levy dances around. Ooh, that one gets thrown in front. We got multiple Hornets down there fighting it out. Levy jumps on that one. Senses an opportunity. She's getting to the red line. Dangles around one. Witherspoon is there to pick it up. Witherspoon over to Cragness. Cragness dangles. Back out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon backhands that one towards the goal. Doesn't quite go in. We've accomplished a partial change. Who just knocks that one forward with her skate. Ooh. Foot race. Chapman back. Witherspoon tries to chip that one up to Cragness. Cragness on the sideboards up to Ballard. We're now in the zone. 4-0. 6 minutes roughly left in this period. Ballard chips that one down low. Nedry's now on the ice. They just try to fling that out. Chapman smoothly gathers that one up to Mallory. Mallory over to Boylan. Boylan sends an opportunity, fires. Woo, goalie just barely got a shoulder on that one. Now, Nedry. That one goes through her feet, unfortunately, behind the net. Boylan gets in the way of somebody. No penalty there. Good idea. This one's still loose. Boylan gathers it behind the net. Fires it out to the point. It just misses. No ice. Nobody's fault there. That was just a quick pass. Woo! It could have been real spicy. Here we go. Again, Lex is maybe working on the second assist. Boylan fires it towards the net. I think that's the end of a shift. Here's what I love when the girls are going super hard, because if they're out there and they're working hard for 45 seconds, I'll take that over a 2-minute shift where they get a goal and they dog it. Take it every time. Ella on the draw. Fox River comes up with that. 5 minutes and it's going to be an icing. Offensive zone face-off again. Ella on the draw. That one wins back. Helferich just fires heavy stick on that one. Code in the corner. They throw a body on her. Helferich is down low. Helferich gets engaged in there. Ella smoothly went out to the point, recognizing that her D was helping to pinch. It's great hockey right there. Helferich tries to chip it in again. Helferich gathers that one. Single-handedly keeping the puck in the zone here for a long while. Cohen fired. Goalie got a hold of that one. Cohen in the corner gets tied up. There go our forwards trying to help. Newcomb keeps that one in again. That one. Out to Helferich. Helferich zings it over to her D partner. He wins the race to get there. Cohen comes up with that one. Cohen just gets it deep. Cohen goes for a quick change. Newcomb does too. Ella goes in to try to create some trouble to make sure that they don't just get an easy, clean breakout. Maintain that pressure. Now she heads to the bench. And you got Witherspoon and Ballard out there already, and now Craigness is hanging out in the slot. Get her the puck. She looks like an assassin over there in the slot, just waiting for the puck. Here we go. Ooh, good job, Sweetser, keeping that in. Oh, no, off the shins. Vivian Helferich in a foot race. You're not going to beat her very often. Here we go. She's got an opportunity. She might be getting a puppy point here. Fires. Goalie makes a nice save. Out to our point again. Levy works it back down low again. Helferich says that's enough skating for me and heads to the bench. Chapman jumps out instead. Same forwards. Levy and Chapman out there covering our D points. Fox River decides, let's ice this thing. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second period. Shots are 35-7. Again, we're keeping our shifts short. Love it. Nedry on the draw. Is that goal off again? We had some good action going on down there. Three minutes and 2 seconds on the ticker. Hornets were buzzing down there. Quick whistle call because the goalie knocked it off there. Fox River, number 12, is kind of one of their bigger bodies. Nedry, absolutely crushing back check. Quick moves. Boylan sees a little window. Works around one, works around another. Fires. Gets back on her feet. Interferes with that breakout pass. Good job. Levy keeps... That's out. Levy just barely didn't get there. That's all right. Let's get another change. I like the speedy changes. Boylan picks up the puck, tosses it to the official. The Fox River freeze. Decide to switch up their lines. Offsides again. Just barely off. Two minutes, 33 seconds left. We kind of won that one back. Unfortunately, you just missed the handle on that. Good back check by all of our players. They get a little opportunity there. Nedry behind the net. Over to Mal. Mal tries to win that one. Somehow they got a stick on that. Absolute battle right here in front of us. Okay, here comes the Fox River Freeze. They get that one deep into our zone. They go for a change. We should be stretching this thing out. Boylan along the sideboards. Boylan works it over towards Mal. They get a little stick on that. Lex cast that aside. Here we go. We're in our defensive zone. Lex cover that thing up. There you go. We need a change. I like that a lot. All right, Ella on the draw. Cohen and Newcomb out there helping her out. Levy and Sweetser. Sweetser behind the net to Levy. Levy up the boards. Newcomb. Oh, just barely loses the handle. Fox River comes up with that. We have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this period. Nice chip from Cohen up to Souter. Souter round many. Should be a trip. Definitely a trip. It was the sort of stick in the skate's motion and then causing a player to fall that I think resulted in the trip call. Number 13 from the Fox River Freeze. We stick with our same forwards out there. We got a little bit more snow on Ella at this point. That's what happens when play gets interesting. Try to load up on a give and go. No luck there. Ooh, weird carom. That results in an ice. I don't know if they're familiar with the idea that we're going to be calling icing here. 55 seconds left in the second frame. It's a 4-0 game right now. Okay, let's set it up. Cohen along the sideboards. Looking to set up a power play. It looks like we're running a pretty classic sort of, I don't know if they're even trained on this, but kind of an overload. Levy out at the point. Thinks better of it. Sweetser fires. That one is loose. Ella fires. All right. 34 seconds remain in the second period. We got a change of our forwards coming. I don't think we drew up anything. I just think that it's been better part of a minute. Coaches decide let's get some fresh legs out there. Levy and Sweetser on the D. Cragnes, Witherspoon. Ballard on the front side. Sweetser. Hangs around. Down to Witherspoon. Witherspoon to Cragnes. Cragnes decides to go behind the net. Cragnes' kitchen. I know that might be sacrilege since that used to be Gretzky's office or whatever, but Cragnes does a good job down there. Nice pass. We only got a few seconds left. We got about 5 seconds left, so let's get a shot here, guys. Get a shot. Sweetser was aware of it. Nice tip halfway to the goal. Athletic play by Ava Ballard. Getting a stick on that, chipping it down. I think we're going to have a resurface now, so I'm going to set this aside for just a few minutes. All right, we're out for the warm-up here. There's no time on the clock. I'm sure we're set to resume in just a few minutes. So far, your Edina Hornets are leading in shots, 40-9. We're just getting going on the warm-up here. They've got no time on the clock, so I think they're just going to feel it out and decide when to blow the whistle and get everybody started. I didn't mention it earlier, but we've got a full complement of our coaches on the bench. Always appreciative of our coaches. We've got Coach Aran, Coach Rass, Coach Davis, and Coach Jungles there. The amount of commitment that goes along with trying to coach a youth hockey team is pretty extraordinary. So we're always thankful to those guys for volunteering their time and taking good care of our girls and trying to help them develop as hockey players. The Fargo Freeze are going to circle up their net, do a chant. It looks like they've only got one goalie, so we're going to face the same very strong goalie here in this third period. Shania Twain's playing through the loudspeakers here. Rolling Stones now cranking through the speakers. We start out with Craigness, Witherspoon, Ballard, back to Sweetser. I think it'd be fine with me if we just kept the music running throughout the entire game. Craigness sees an opportunity for zone entry, gets it in there. Ice is fast, I love it. Ballard's down there to help out. Ballard senses some space. Nice crisp pass over to Sweetser. Sweetser down to Witherspoon. Witherspoon over to Levy. Levy on the near side boards. Levy looking for an outlet. Out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon back to Levy. Levy sees Craigness. That one jumps around, almost goes in. I thought that one was going to be in. Witherspoon dangles out to the front of the net. Back over to Levy. 5 seconds left in this penalty kill for them. Ooh! Witherspoon came sailing across through the zone. Sweetser keeps that one in. I wonder if they're no longer keeping track of shots on goal because it remains at 40. I'm going to count that as 42, maybe 43. Here comes the Fox River Freeze. Good job, Sweetser. Coming up with that one. Ballard works over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon all on her own, working down the ice. Fox River gets in the way there. They fling it down. That is going to be not icing. We execute on a line change. Zip it up to near side. Mallory. That one gets interrupted. Nedry's there to help out. Lou behind the net. Works it back over to Mallory. Mallory pulls it off the sideboards. Mallory and Nedry. Moylan there in stride. Moylan sees Mal along the back side. Fires that one. Ooh, the goalie knocked that one aside. Good opportunity. I think somebody got a stick on that one. Got to get back in the play. Here we go again. All right. I just heard our coaches shout it, move it, move it, move it. Trying to catch them in a change. Mal goes for a change. Moylan goes for a change. Nedry extending her shift to be able to keep it deep into our zone. There we go. Here we go. Two of our players. Cohen. Newcomb. Cohen's got it behind the net. The Freeze give chase. Ella jumps in. Ella tries to get that one out of the corner. Kind of a heavy stick up on her shoulder. Not quite a slash, but pretty close. Helferich fires that. Bounces off his shin pad. Ella. She's along the far side boards. Works it back down low. Newcomb and Ella. Ella looks like a woman on a mission on this ship. Newcomb in the corner. Sees Helferich out at the point. Helferich thinks about it. Works it back over to Newcomb. Newcomb dangles around a couple. Fires. Goalie gloves that one. Okay, they're still keeping track of shots. They're just not doing it accurately. Because now it just reads 42 shots. And I would count at least one or two more saves that this goalie has made. But that's all right. Newcomb, Cohen, Ella. Right there in the center for Ella, or for Hannah. That one gets tossed aside. Sweetser tries to keep it in. Retreats out of the zone. Back to Helferich. Helferich back to Sweetser. Sweetser flips it out of the zone. Good job. Just missed on the connection there. The freeze, knock it in low again. It's not going to be an icing. Bounced off a body. Helferich behind our net. Bank pass. Cohen gets the person turned around. Heads for a change. Newcomb heads off. Cragness is there to create some trouble. Witherspoon's in too. Hornets are buzzing. Goalie jumps on that one. 11 minutes and 13 seconds left in this third period. 43-10 in terms of the shots. Scoreboard for the Edina Hornets has 4 goals to the Fox River Freeze 0. Cragness on the draw. Chapman cheating in from the top of the circles. We win that one forward. Witherspoon's there to fight it out. Gets her body in the way. Ballard tries to chip it over to Cragness. That one unfortunately careens out of the zone. Lucy Chapman back to gather. Quick regroup. Witherspoon holds on to that one at the red line. Works out Cragness just off the toe of her stick. Fox River Freeze trying to create some trouble. Ballard takes some people out. I don't think that should have been a penalty. Again, guys. Body contact, yes. Penalty, no. Ava Ballard is looking at it saying, I don't think so. The official's chatting with her about it with a smile. There was a question of whether or not she volunteered for a penalty. I don't think she volunteered. Yesterday, I'm getting heckled by a few of our parents today, which is actually pretty funny. That one's out of the zone. Mallory loses an edge. They try to take advantage of that, get into the zone. They leave it behind. Here comes Mallory sneaking up behind. Lex sucks that up. That puck is still loose. They work it out to the point again. Mallory's out there to create trouble right off of her body. Here comes Amy. It's offsides. So during the regular season, there's something called fair play points. And then you need to be concerned about the number of penalty minutes you take. Here, I think we're going to be okay. Helferich back to collect. The Freeze go after her. She decides I'll just chip it out. That is no ice. Boylan decides, let's see how fast I can skate right at the boards. She almost wins that race to it. Creates some trouble for them. Still creating trouble. Ella comes up with that one. 1 minute remaining in the penalty kill. Lex is looking for her first point of the season. That one chips out of the zone. That's good. We'll let them just zip it around the outside for as long as they wish. There we go again. Lou, up to Boylan. Boylan gets it out of her feet. Decides to go for a quick change. She's a good shift there. Oh, there we go. Ella in the slot. Working it around. Good job. Why not retreat out of the zone? They're on a power play. I'm going to burn some clock. So that was doing circles. Up to Cohen. Cohen dangles around one. We're playing keep away. It's like a drill in practice. Cohen decides to drive towards the net. Sees an opportunity. Puts that one in. That'll be running time, ladies and gentlemen. Shorthanded goal. A signature Cohen move. Loading up on the front side, getting the goalie to commit, moving it quickly to her backhand, and chipping it up into the goal. That should make it 5-0. And the clock should be running after this puck drop for the remainder of the game. 8 minutes and 49 seconds left. All right, they work it down low. Ballard gets on the ice. Ballard first looks for that crazy stretch pass. Let's try to take advantage of it. There we go. Fox River moves it back in. They need to add another tally to our scoreboard because now it's officially 5-0. Looks like they're on it now. There we go. They're adding a goal to our scoreboard. There we go. Up to. Oh. There we go.
I'm doing it on the phone.
Brad Helferich is keeping him honest about the scorekeeping in the penalty box. Chapman and Lou at the backside. Ballard, Cragness, Witherspoon on the front. We're now in running time, I think. Witherspoon works around one, fires, misses just on the right side. Ballard working out, gets out to the point. Ooh, that one just barely gets out on her. That's okay. Chapman working back, chips it up to Ballard. Ballard gets that one, tries to get it in deep. Witherspoon runs into traffic, chips it in. Here we go. We're going to work. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock. 44-10 on our shots. Cragness in the corner. Over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon pulls it out of the pile. Works into the slot. Fires. Ooh, almost loaded up Cragness right in front of the net. Cragness working back down to Ballard. Ballard. Ooh, tried to load up Cragness. Chapman works it over to Cragness. Cragness in the corner. Cragness trying to get a pass to the center. The freeze getting in the way of that one. Cragness again with the puck on her stick. Cragness coming out of the corner. Dangles. Moving around lots of people. Freeze come up with that one. They're trying to set it out of the zone. Ballard works back down low. Ballard. Witherspoon. Cragness, Witherspoon. Loser worked all the way down. Far side post. That's an icing. Six minutes and 10 seconds remain on the clock. We're officially in running time. The shots are 44-10. In this championship game, 5-0 Edina leads. For those devoted viewers, you may have already looked ahead on the schedule, but this week, I think it's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. We've got games, district games, against Osseo Maple Grove, Wayzata, and Tonka. Many of those are going to be at home for us, so that's good. Little tangle up behind the net. Nedry's there to help. No luck there. Back out to RD. They try to chip it out. Fox River just comes up with that one. Bodies flying all over the place at this point. Now just chip it up. Boylan tries to zip that one in. Good decision. No pass available. Might as well just get it deep. Helferich keeps that one in along the sideboards. Nedry. Oh, that one just barely chips out. I think we are now in running time, but they're waving off the Mallory enters the zone. Tries to chip through a couple of people. Boylan keeps that one in along the near side boards. Mallory heads to the bench. It's probably a good time to get some changes going here. Our forwards are giving chase, coming back on the back check. There goes Newcomb. Newcomb up to Boylan. Boylan's got a little bit of gas left in the tank. Dangles around her kid. Tries to work that one in. Doesn't quite get it there. Head to the bench now. There you go. Nedry's in the corner. Nedry tries to load up the center. Goalie throws a glove on that one. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remain in this championship. 5-0 Edina Hornets lead. Chapman, Levy on the backside. We've got the Cohen, Sauter, and Newcomb line up on the front side. Cohen fires, just misses. Newcomb gets a stick on that. The breakout pass, she jumped right on top of it. It was great. Nice athletic play by Lucy Chapman there to stick that one up, and then when it was bouncing in the air, she got another stick on it at about knee height to, that's offsides, at about knee height to keep the puck in the zone. Little bouncy puck at the blue line. 3 minutes and about 5 seconds left. Sauter. Back to the D. Ooh. Hopefully she's all right there. That one had a smart right in front of us. Ella took a shot. I don't think that it wasn't dirty. It was just a collision, the type when two people are looking directions that opposite directions. Hopefully she's all right though. Here, puck on her stick. Let's see. yeah, she's okay. She's circling, looking for an opportunity for a pass. Fargo freeze, jump on that. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Helferich, back to Sweetser. Or Amy, excuse me. Inner skates, unfortunately. Amy's got that. Now, Cohen tries to load up Ella. Fox River freeze, give chase. 5-0 right now. 2 minutes remain. Nobody get hurt, huh? Newcomb's along our side here. Enters the zone. Witherspoon looking for the pass. Witherspoon and Craigness are now out there, and I see Ava Ballard jumping into the fight. Credit to the Fargo or the Fox River Freeze here. They are continuing to battle here, even in a 5-0 game with just about 2 minutes left. Ballard working around the far side. Helferich fires. Oh, in the skates. All right, we'll take that. Craigness fighting through that one. She's got Ballard. Catches them in a little bit of a change. Works over to Ballard. Ballard fires. Just misses. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. We're going to do a quick change of our forwards. Lex is in a goal, making her presence known in the corner. Stretching out her legs, skating back and forth. 52 seconds left here at the Bloomington Ice Garden on a Sunday morning, championship Sunday. Out to Boylan. Boylan dangs around one, dangs around another. Tries to fire. Mal puts that one in. Nice job. Dangle, dangle, dangle. Ship it over to Mal. Mal chips it in. That makes it 6-0. Levy, Sweetser on the backside. Mal, Nedry, Boylan on the front. You got about 15 seconds left to watch hockey today, folks. Oh, here comes the Fox River Freeze. They're trying to create some trouble for us here with about 6 seconds left. Lex gloves that one. That's going to be the end of the game. There's some frustration being taken out. I think we'll keep the camera rolling. There's a trophy presentation. You want to keep it running? Okay. So that is the end of the game, and I think there will be an award presentation. I'm going to put down the mic here for a few minutes while they make whatever announcements they're going to make so that you guys can all hear them. Round of applause for the Fox River Freeze. And now they're turning on Cool and the Gang's Celebration. The girls are all checking their hair. You've got Newcomb, Mallory, and Scheller collecting that thing up, and there's some stick taps coming. That's pretty great. All right, I think that is effectively the end of the presentation, with the exception of some photos being taken. Back-to-back weekends of winning for our girls. That's exciting. For those of you listening at home who may be grandparents or others, a reminder that the game on Tuesday night is at 6:45 p.m. against Osseo Grove Black. Osseo Maple Grove Black, 6:45 p.m. And on Thursday evening, Minnetonka Blue will be visiting us beginning at 7:30 p.m. Central. So Osseo Maple Grove on Tuesday, Minnetonka on Thursday. Thanks, everybody.